Today and in this video I want to answer the question that I get the most by far. How long does it take to learn the great Scottish Highland bagpipes? Let's say if it's day 0 today, you never played an instrument before and you want to know when will you be able to play some tunes on the bagpipes. So let's start with this topic today and in this video. By the way, hello, welcome to my channel Scotland and Bagpipes. I'm Karl Wallner, piping. I'm not sure if you already know, but if you want to learn the Great Highland Bagpipes, you have to start on this one first. There's no way around it. It's a practice chanter. You learn all the notes, all the scales, all the embellishments, grace notes, everything first here. But you actually need this your entire life as a piper. So after some time and you can play a few tunes, you can not really swap, but you can buy your first set of Great Highland Bagpipes, and then the same thing, quite similar, begins again, because you have to build some strengths to play the Great Highland Bagpipes. And I saw many different types of students in the last years, like I'm doing this now for more than 10 years, and yeah, I'll tell you some stories what I experienced. I had a few very talented players and students, and they just started from scratch on the practice chanter just as everyone. And there was one, her name was Bianca, and she could already play after 2 months a few tunes on the practice chanter, and that's really quick. So she got her first set of bagpipes quite early, after a few months. I think, what was it, like 3, 4, 5 months, something like that. And after that it did not take a long time, and she could play in between 6 months or earlier actually tunes on the Highland bagpipes. I'll just show you a clip here how she played and performed after a very short time. So that should encourage you. If you start, a lot is possible, I can promise that. But also, if you're gonna start the instrument and you just practice once a week, once every 2 weeks, and then you get maybe the Highland bagpipes and you just grab your pipes for once in a month or once every 2 weeks, it could take up to 1 year, 2 years until you're able to play your first tune on the Highland bagpipes. So that's two, let's say, extreme examples. It can go super quick and it can take years. Let's say if it's just a hobby, but you're keen, you're motivated, you just do a little bit almost every day, I would say you will be able around 6 months to play a tune. Maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe a little bit earlier, but around 6 months, if you really work and do something, that's possible. But if it takes a whole year until you can play the first tune, that's not bad at all. That's cool stuff as well, because you know, these days we make this and a year passes or 2 years. So time runs so quick, 1 year actually is nothing. So now you know it can be super quick, it can take ages. The vast majority can do something on the bagpipes already after 6 months. So in Scotland it's quite different, because kids start super young. If they play just 2 years, 3 years on a practice chanter, maybe 4 years before they get their first set of bagpipes, that's not bad at all, because they can learn proper technique, perfect technique. You should do the same, by the way. Come back to that in a second. And then when they can really play super good on a practice chanter, they don't actually waste time, because they are still young, they go to school, they have all the time in the world to do so, and then they get the first set of bagpipes, and then they start the same just to make sure they can do the same on the Highland bagpipes. So for kids in Scotland, they have teachers everywhere, everything is different. But let's say you live somewhere else, you are in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s. I even teach people in their 70s and they are happy just to learn the bagpipes and play some tunes. But if you are an adult, let's say you're just an adult, I wouldn't say that it's possible that I can, if I would teach you, could teach you for 3 years or 4 years only on the practice chanter. Most of them would say, thank you, Karl Wallner piping, that's it, I'm not interested anymore. So the goals, the aims are just different, you know. It's not, you cannot compare some kids who want to compete when they are like 10 years of age in the juvenile competitions, 11, 12, 13, then maybe they want to go through the solo grades, maybe they want to aim for a gold medal in something. You cannot compare that. I say you always should, even as an adult, learn proper technique, play slow, learn your embellishments first, play your first easy tunes. Don't go to Thunderstruck, Mason's Apron or something at the beginning. Don't do that. Just some slow airs, Scots Vahe, go slow and you will build super good technique. But there's nothing wrong if you get a set of bagpipes, let's say after 4, 5 or 6 months of practicing on the practice chanter, because I always say for adults you can just put a cork in the chanter stock, you know, where you put in the chanter in the bagpipes, and you can just blow the drones and already train your body and train your lips and your muscles around the mouth, and that could actually do anyone without even playing the practice chanter. So that's possible and it doesn't get boring, but because as I said, as an adult you cannot say to some adult learners, come on, now you have to play 4 years on the practice chanter before you see your first set on the Highland bagpipes. So there is a difference between adults around the world and kids in Scotland learning the Scottish bagpipes. But some kids as well get bagpipes very early. I saw some 6-year-olds playing bagpipes, 7-year-olds in Scotland actually as well. Yeah, playing bagpipes, was also in Canada, Australia, where the piping scene is super strong. So now you got a picture how the whole thing works actually and how long it takes for you. But that's okay. Everything that goes in 1 year, if you get your first set of pipes in between 1 year, you can play your first scale on the Highland bagpipes, maybe some tunes, that's good and that's perfect. 1 year is not a long time. So I hope I could answer the question that I get so many times. I hope I didn't forget anything. So get yourself a practice chanter, get yourself a tutor book, and in addition get yourself an instructor. And then you are safe, you can start and enjoy your piping, as I say always at the end of my videos. See you in the next one, and if you liked this one, I'm sure 100% you will like this one as well, and you will learn something out from it. So see you in the next one, and bye. With this channel here, Scotland and Bagpipes, I'm Carl Wallner, piping. Bye.